If you're a yoga teacher who is absolutely amazing at what you do, but you're just tired of that unpredictable income, then you are in the exact right place. We're about to break down a simple, repeatable system that's designed to get you consistent student enrollments. It's time to move from stress to structure. Let's dive in. So first, let's talk about the real problem, what I call the enrollment roller coaster. You know the one. It's this crazy cycle that so many talented teachers get stuck on, where your love for yoga is just completely overshadowed by the constant worry about your business. I mean, does this sound familiar? 1 month, your classes are totally full, your energy is amazing, business is booming. And then the next month, it's just crickets. You're left wondering, where did everybody go? That kind of inconsistency is so draining, and it makes it almost impossible to plan your life, let alone your business. And this slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? The feast or famine cycle. You're constantly bouncing between feeling like this super successful business owner and then feeling like you're starting from scratch every single month. But the good news is, there is a way to get off this ride for good. Okay, so to fix the problem, we first have to understand why the way most of us do things, well, it just doesn't work. And it all comes down to the psychology of selling and this huge gap between what we say and what a potential student actually hears. So here's the thing you've got to understand. When you just put an offer out there that says, join my class, a potential student's mind is just flooded with questions and doubts. Who is this for? Will it work for me? Is it worth the money? They're filled with uncertainty and fear. And they don't buy, not because they don't trust you, but because they don't have confidence in their own decision. And this is where workshops come in to completely flip that psychology. See, instead of asking for a commitment up front, you give them value first. You let people actually experience your teaching, see real results for themselves, and build that crucial trust. You basically remove all that fear, which makes the decision to join your classes feel totally natural and easy. So, how do we do this in a systematic way? Well, we use this really powerful tool called the workshop funnel. And look, this isn't about being complicated or salesy or weird. It's about being organized and, most importantly, respectful. So here it is, the entire system at a glance. It's this really clear, logical flow that takes someone from seeing a simple ad all the way to a very gentle offer. And you'll notice each step has one, and only one, specific job. Together, they create this predictable enrollment machine that you can use over and over again. Okay, now for the really fun part. We're going to walk through the exact 7-step action plan to build this system for yourself. Let's roll up our sleeves and start at the very beginning. Step 1, paid ads. Now, what's so interesting here is that the ad has a single focused purpose. You are not trying to get more followers. You're not trying to get more likes. Its only job, its one job, is to get people to register for your free workshop. That's it. Simple and focused on a really clear outcome. So they've clicked your ad. Where do they go? Step 2, the landing page. And again, simplicity is everything here. A super clear topic, who it's for, what they're going to learn, and the registration form. No distractions. The mantra is 1 page, 1 action. Get them to register. Now let's move to step 3, the thank you page. And honestly, this is a step that most people completely waste. This page is your golden ticket. Instead of just saying, thanks for signing up, you immediately invite them into a community, into a WhatsApp group, where the real connection actually begins. Which brings us right to step 4, the WhatsApp group. You have to think of this as your personal gold mine. Because these aren't just random followers. These are people who have literally raised their hand and said, I'm interested. So your job here isn't to spam them. It's to provide value, send reminders, and start building a real relationship. And this leads us to what is, you could argue, the single most important step in this whole process, the WhatsApp nurturing. Your consistency here is what builds all the trust and excitement. You want to share tips, success stories, and hey, use voice notes. It adds such a great personal touch. You want to make them feel like they absolutely can't miss your workshop. All right, it's showtime. Step 6, the workshop itself. Now remember, this is not just another yoga class. It's got to be an educational and transformational experience. Your goal is to guide them to a small but really meaningful result, giving them a real taste of what's possible when they practice with you. You've got to deliver immense value here. And you don't even have to guess how to run it. Here is a proven structure you can follow for a 60-minute workshop. A quick intro, a nice solid block of teaching and practice, then some time to acknowledge the results they've already felt, and finally a really seamless transition to the invitation.
It's a formula that respects their time and delivers on your promise.
And finally, we're at step 7, the offer. And I promise this is the easiest part. There's no hard sell, there's no pressure. You just make a natural, logical invitation. By using a simple phrase just like this, you connect that positive feeling they just had with the even bigger benefits of joining your regular classes. Okay, so you might be thinking, this sounds great, but does all this effort actually pay off? Well, let's look at these surprising but very realistic math behind how this system creates predictable income.
Okay, just take a look at the return on investment here. With a really modest ad spend, let's say 5,000 rupees, you can realistically get 200 people to register. If 120 of them show up and just 20, only 20 of them decide to join your classes, boom, you've just generated 40,000 rupees in income. Your class is full, and you've got a profitable system you can use again and again.
But wait, it gets even better. Here is the hidden gold that almost everybody misses. What about the other 180 people who registered but didn't join right away? Well, they didn't say no. They just said, not yet. They are still interested, they are still in your world, and they're now in your ecosystem for future workshops, which will cost you zero to market to. You see, at the end of the day, this is about so much more than just the numbers. It's about changing your entire approach to your business, replacing all that stress and uncertainty with a calm, confident system. And you know, the reason this system works so well is because it just feels good. It's respectful, it aligns perfectly with the values of being a yoga teacher. You teach first, you sell later. You build trust, and you create a community. You get to do what you love, which is teach, and let the system handle the enrollment. And this, right here, is the key takeaway. If you remember one thing, let it be this. That endless chase for more followers on social media, it's exhausting and it's not effective. A smart, automated system that actually nurtures real interest, that's what creates sustainable growth for your business. So we've just walked through the entire blueprint. You now have the system. The only question left is, are you ready to put it into action and finally create the predictable, thriving yoga business that you absolutely deserve?